I mean. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline. As you can see, your boy got a full house today. We're missing one person. Couldn't make it, but that's fine. You feel me? We still gonna proceed as planned. I got Boo up in the top left. I got
Yo.
All right, there we go. His mic was muted, so I was just gonna move on. I didn't know if he was busy now. We got Mulich in the top right.
Yeah. How y'all doing, man?
We got Mel in the bottom left.
Yep, the hurricane dock destroyer is here. I'm like a hurricane in Florida. I destroy docks. This is why I'm here.
And we got the man Mel wanted to see. The man in the bottom right, ATN. How you been, ATN? It's been a while.
Pretty good, Troy. Appreciate you guys having me here, man.
Nah, good to have you.
I'm ready.
Here.
I'm ready for this Mel take right here, bro. I'm ready for this Mel smoke.
Mel smoke.
Bad for your health.
It's gonna be bad for your health, man. It's gonna be bad.
Let's get it.
So I think that's where I want to start.
Was that
Mel and ATN?
Wow.
You guys got some business you need to take care of. And I want to
It's not so much business. It's not so much business. I need explanations on some things. That's all, you know.
What do you need explanations on, bro?
Do it.
Okay. So you are one of these, you're a LeBron guy, clearly.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not a LeBron. See, this is why people be jumping to conclusions, bro. I'm not a LeBron guy. If you must
you're
know,
a LeBron over Jordan guy.
I'm not. I actually have Jordan as my GOAT.
That's
Mel about to flip his shit already.
I know he didn't expect that one.
Plot twist.
Mel is about to flip his shit already.
Listen. The way I like to, I'm very objective when I look at the game.
Okay.
I just look at, I don't really have a favorite player per se. I just love the game of basketball. And I respect Jordan for what he did. I respect Jordan for who he was. But this nostalgia thing of him being able to average 45, 50 points a game today, it's just not happening. That's my case. Is he still would he still dominate today? Yes. Could he still lead the league in scoring today? Absolutely. He's just not going to get you 45 to 50 points a game because that is just absurd. And if he is, he's on a losing team, bro. He's not winning.
How is it absurd that he could average 40, but what was his height? Was it 36?
It was 37.
Yeah,
37.
He averaged 37. So you mean to tell me he couldn't average another 3 points per? I'm not saying 50. I'm saying 40.
I'm saying best case scenario. Out of like maybe one season, I can see maybe tops 40. But realistically, he's gonna average like 33 to 35 a game.
That's crazy. Think about
it's not.
No. I'm gonna put it in perspective for you right now.
Go ahead.
Now.
I know how to start a show.
How old is LeBron James currently right now?
38.
He's 38 years old.
Yep.
LeBron James right now is averaging one of his highest points per game at 38 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that a peak prime Michael Jordan couldn't average more than 37 points per game in this NBA?
No.
Why
because not? LeBron James, you know how many threes he's taking a game right now? Doncic,
that's my next point.
Luka Doncic right now he's taking a game. Everyone loves to bring up James Harden averaging, 36 a few seasons ago. You know how many threes he took that season? He took 13 threes, bro. 13 threes.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get to that level of scoring today, you have to be able to shoot threes. That's number one. Okay. Jordan, I don't see Jordan taking that many threes today. There's just no way. A career.
Why not?
Because why would he? He was a terrible three-point shooter. Without the shortened three-point line, he was shooting below 29%.
You said terrible three-point shooter.
He was a terrible three-point
shooter. The league average at that time.
I don't know the league average, but he was shooting 28% from three without the shortened three-point line. Because they shortened the line between 94 and 97, which was his best shooting.
What if league average was 30%? What if
What
league
happened?
average was 30%?
When?
When he shot to 27, whatever you say, under 30%. What if the league
No, that was his
average
career.
30?
That was his career average. Was
Right,
28%.
but okay.
His career average is not 29%.
Without the short and 3.9, it's 28.8%. With the short and 3-point line, which was his best shooting percentages, was like a 30 was his career average.
That would be like me telling you LeBron James field goal percentage is 32% if you take away dunks.
That doesn't make any sense because his actual 3-point, when you consider the actual
when he shot the three with the 3-point line,
today he shot 28%. It was like 28.8%.
Where was the 3-point line?
Where was the 3-point line?
Yeah.
They reduced it to like 22 point something.
Then it's a 3-point shot. I don't care where
that's not a 3-point shot. Right now it's like 24 feet.
Okay, but that's right now.
What he shot in between 94 and 97 was a longer mid range.
Okay, but
that's not a 3. That's not a 3. That's not a 3-point shot.
Did he get 3 points for it?
That's not a 3-point shot. That's
you can only go by what happened.
That's nasty, bro.
No, it's not context.
That's nasty.
Got to talk about what happens, ATN.
What happened?
What happened? That's what he's talking about. What happened?
That was his best shooting career because he was a solid mid-range shooter.
But at that time, was that the 3-point line? Yes or no?
Yes, but when we're talking in general,
that's all we can go off
of. But that's not. No. That's disgusting. That's
in that time,
That's gross. That's gross.
No,
that's not an
actual
3-point. That's not an actual 3-point because when you reduce.
Why is it not an
actual 3-point? But that's that was the 3-point line.
That's not the actual distance from 3 today.
That's today,
right?
But that's overall. Before they reduced the 3-point line, well, it was terrible. It was below 30%. The only reason it got to 32% from 3 was because of that short and 3-point line, which was his best shooting percentages from 3 for his career, and that 3-point stretch and that 2.5.
So when did they shorten the line?
From 94 to 97.
So in 89, 90, he shot 37%.
That was he's got 2 seasons. He's got 2 seasons where he shot below or
in 91. In 91, he shot 31%. In 90,
that's it. Those it, and everything else is below 30%.
92. He shot 27 and
27%.
92, 93, he shot 35%.
Right. So that's what I said. He's got 2 seasons where he shot at least 35% from actual 3-point line. Everything else, he's got 1 season where he's got 30%. Everything else is below 30%.
Okay. So, all right. You know what? I'll concede that because you clearly not going to move up that. That's absolutely ridiculous that you're not going to count.
No, it's not. It's not ridiculous because that's not a 3-point shot.
Yeah, but ATN, you have to think about it like this, right? When you're saying, right, your logic of it, it's not a 3-point shot. It's compared to today's league. Hold on, let me finish.
That's the actual 3-point line, though,
right?
Bro.
No.
Yes, it is. Because at that point in time, it counted for 3. Yes, in that period, it was a 3-point shot. But that's not an actual 3-point shot. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. I'm about to crazy get you. So when basketball first started, right? Do you know they started a physical league, right? The basketball started as a physical league. A lot of guys from rugby and all that came over to play ball. So when basketball first started, it was a bloody sport. The court used to be filled with blood, right? So what are you going to say back then? That's not basketball because that's not the way basketball was played today.
I'm not saying that.
Right. But the point is, right, and just the bottom line of reality, right? When you look back at history, you can only go by what happened. So we're looking at in that season of what happened. That was the 3-point line. Was it the 3-point line that everybody else had to play with? No, we're not saying that. We're not saying it was equivalent to the 3-point line to shoot to. But in that time, ATN, that was the 3-point line.
Actual 3-point line.
Oh Jesus! Tell the guys.
It counted for 3. It counted for 3. It counted for 3. Yes, but it's not an actual 3-point shot. If you remove those 3 years, which was his best shooting performances, he's shooting below 30%. You're telling me that guy's all of a sudden going to become a 3-point shooter today?
Yeah. No, because okay. That's what I want to get to.
In 96,
go ahead.
he shot
I know where you're going to go with this. Go ahead.
37%, but also in 89, 90, he shot 37%. So I don't know.
I want to get
best.
So you consider. So we can agree that Michael Jordan is a elite athlete.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't think that an elite athlete can adjust his game to fit what is currently happening in his space at that moment?
I'm not saying that. I just don't. Why would I give him? I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he can do that. When I never. So
you're not giving him the benefit of the doubt?
No.
Okay. So
because that's not even though we're talking hypothetical, that's an unrealistic hypothetical.
When he first came into the league?
What happened?
Could Brook Lopez shoot threes when he first came into the league?
No,
Did he develop a 3-point shot?
he did.
So you're saying Brook Lopez is capable of doing it, but Michael Jordan
I saw Brook Lopez do it. I never saw Jordan do it. There's a difference. I'm actually physically seeing Brook Lopez do it. I can't say that for Jordan because I never saw Jordan actually do it.
So Michael Jordan shooting a three, him shooting from where would you say it was? What 20? Where was his 3-point line at?
From 94 to 97.
Right.
It was like 22. They reduced it by like a foot. It was like 22.7 or something.
22.7. So what's the 3-point line now?
It's like at 24.
It's 23.9.
23.9. So it's like, yeah.
So it's a foot.
Yeah.
So you mean you don't think Michael Jordan could make an adjustment to take a foot back and make a jump shot?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can't give him the benefit of the doubt for doing that because he never did it. That's like saying.
Do you take in the fact that the game?
Why don't we stop there? Like, why can't you just say, oh, he's going to develop Kyrie's ball handling skills?
He could. Michael Jordan.
He definitely would have better handle if he comes in and he's playing in today's game.
Okay. So that's the other thing, right? So that's where everyone likes to go to. If he comes in today's NBA, he's
right. But that's the conversation
shot, right?
we're talking about, though.
Right. So that's where everybody goes.
But that's the conversation. Yeah, that's the conversation we're talking about.
If he comes in today's NBA, he's going to develop a 3-point shot, right? Who in today's NBA is taking 28 shots a game? So because if he's developing a 3-point shot, he's not going to be taking that many shots. Because if he's going to play to today's game, he's going to play to today's standards. He's going to play like Luka plays. He's going to play like LeBron James plays. He's not going to take 28 shots a game. He's going to be taking maybe 20 to 22 shots a game.
Right.
So that's what people think. Like, oh, he's going to take his 28, 29 shots a game, and he's going to develop a 3-point shot, and he's going to get his 40 points a game. That's what people believe. That's not happening.
I think Michael Jordan would shoot more threes, not as many threes, but he would live at the free throw line.
Why? He was already living at the free throw. What the year we were talking about was 87, because that's the year you brought up. He shot, you know how many free throws he shot that season?
11.9.
11.9. And you realize they shot more free throws in 87 than they do today?
No, and I'm gonna tell you this. What was Michael Jordan's highest per game free throw attempts?
That was his highest career per.
Right. Every year before and after that, he stayed around 7 or 8. James Harden had a 6-year run.
No, his next year he was 10.5 and 9.
In the 80s, he was shooting like 10.
No. James Harden he averaged double-digit free throws twice.
That's the 80s. And then one season he missed the whole year, so he was only in the 80s for like what, 4 seasons from 84.
Even in the 90s.
That's what I said in the 80s. I said in the 80s. That 90s was different. But
James Harden had a 6-year run where he averaged double-digit free throws.
Yes.
So Michael Jordan was more of a driver than he was.
Okay. So now all of a sudden, so yes, he's gonna drive.
No,
right?
my point is that the contact in which James Harden was creating, Michael Jordan could have done the exact same thing.
You don't know that. That's the point. You don't know that.
He was creating that same contact.
You don't know that. You don't know he's going to be able to get to the line that many times. Especially if you're spreading like everyone likes to talk about how spread the floor is, right? The floor is so spread today, especially right now. So all of a sudden he's going to get all this contact in the paint.
No,
it's not in the paint. That's the whole thing. He's getting the contact on the perimeter.
If you don't slow him down,
initially, how many foul shots? How many 3-point plays are there? 3-point foul shots are in the game.
James Harden.
No, when I'm saying on the perimeter, on the drive, he'll create a foul.
That doesn't always lead to a 2 shots though.
No. I'm not saying it doesn't always lead to 2 shots. No. What I'm saying is he will create more fouls on the person who's guarding him.
Okay. Because
this league, the thing is, y'all are caught up in how everything is being played. If you're telling me Michael Jordan isn't going to shoot threes in today's NBA, then I'm going to take Michael Jordan from the 80s and the 90s who was driving to the basket. So with him driving to the basket,
how many free throws a game do you think he's taking?
He would get to 8 or 10 easy.
Oh, he's Michael Jordan still.
Okay. 8 or 10, that's not ridiculous.
But he becomes more efficient going to the basket because there is nobody in the paint.
Okay, but what I'm
And
saying
when he
is
goes
the
up for
only reason-
dunks,
the
you
only
guys are gonna be
reason he
stepping
averaged-
aside.
He did that. He did that in 87, right? That's why he was able to get his 37 points. He took 28 shots. That's my point. The reason he was an elite scorer, yes, but the only reason he got to 37 points a game was because he shot 28 times. And what I'm saying is he's not taking 28 shots a game. So
Yeah,
then
but
people
can you
revert to,
imagine-
he's going to take more threes? How many more threes can he possibly take?
ATM.
And how many more threes is he possibly going to make?
He would
18.
probably take 5 threes a game.
And make about 2
And-
to 3 of them.
He's making how many?
2 to 3 of them.
He'd make 2 to 3 of them.
2 to 3.
I would say he would shoot 7, and he would make 2 to 3.
That's crazy.
Out of the
There's
7.
no way, bro.
Why not?
Why would he? Why would he take 7?
Because the game is going
Listen,
to
my point.
force
He
him to
doesn't
play it.
need
son.
Thank you,
a
Boo.
3-point shot to be successful today. I don't know why
Yeah,
everybody reverts to
it
that.
ain't- it ain't
SGA
about
doesn't
that.
even have a 3-point shot. He's averaging 31. DeMar DeRozan
Right.
doesn't have a 3-point shot. He averaged like 30 last season.
Now
That's
think
my
about now freeze it right there. Freeze it
Oh,
right
you're,
there.
and I know where we're gonna go.
DeMar
Are you
DeRozan
telling me
wins games by
SGA
hitting
could do and Jordan
3.
couldn't?
But like I said, but freeze it right there. You just mentioned neither one of those guys are as good a scorer as Michael
No.
Jordan.
No, but guess who is? You're gonna tell me. Okay, so what is the minimum that Jordan can average today? The minimum.
The
In his
minimum?
prime,
Easily,
his
like
prime?
if you say like he could easily score this much, how much would you say?
33,
And then
easily.
30?
33, easy.
30.
Okay,
Easily,
that's fair.
33. Easily.
30. I can give him
Easily.
33.
But we talking about him if he's on a bad team, right? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
this
that's
is what
what
we
I'm
gotta judge
saying.
it off. If he's on a bad
That's the
team,
thing. That's the thing. Mel said he would average. He would play elite and he would still win a championship. He's not going to get
I
you
said he could average 40 and still
and win a championship. He's not going to average 40 and win a championship. There's just no way.
I think
because
he
the
can
only
average 40 in a
40 is if
series,
he's on a
but
bad
not.
team.
No, I can't see him averaging 40 throughout a season and winning the championship. I think if
Exactly.
he's
That's my
averaging
point.
40, it's like how it was in the early Bulls. Like he had to put up those numbers on a bad team
Right.
and carry them to wherever he carried them.
Exactly. That is my
But-
point. There's no way he's going to get you 40 points a game, play elite defense, carry a team to a championship. It's just not happening. It's just not happening today.
No.
you say because you don't.
It's not
All right.
happening, bro. It's just not happening. It's not happening.
No, it's not happening because there is nobody in this NBA who's Michael Jordan.
I can't see it, Neil.
There's no way that's happening, bro. He's not averaging 40 and winning a championship. The only way he can average 40 if he's got the green light and he's got nobody else around him, which is
They
like Houston
said-
or Detroit.
what-
You're telling
what
me if
you're
he's on
saying
Houston,
is
he's carrying them to a
exactly-
championship team?
What you're saying is exactly what they said about Michael Jordan when he came into the NBA. That there is no way a shooting guard can lead a team scoring the way that he does to a championship. And he did it 6 times.
Okay.
But not averaging 40 though.
He got
Thank
pretty
you.
damn close.
Thank you.
Him averaging 30 back in the 80s and the 90s was absurd.
He got
Not
pretty
really.
damn close.
People was averaging 30 back then. Bernard King was putting up 30. You know what I'm saying? It was guys putting up 30.
1992, 1993 championship,
it-
he averaged 35 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not saying he couldn't do
Yeah,
that
that's
in the
all with
playoffs.
Boo Up.
In the-
Yeah, I
in
get
the
with Boo Up.
playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoff series, yeah, I can see him dropping
I could-
40.
I could-
But
Yeah, in the
40 and
playoff series,
winning, no,
100%. I
I'm
can
not.
see him doing that.
I don't see what scenario you put him
In a
that.
regular, you know,
He wins
it's
dropping
82
40,
games.
like-
You know how tiring that is. You know how exhausting that is.
and you know he's gonna play all 82. But
No,
it is
that's
Michael.
but you're still
Mike.
proving. That's why I asked you how good is LeBron James right now, and he's averaging one of his highest points per game right now at 38.
But
We're
it's
And
not a
guess
necessity.
what? He's the
But it-
only real scoring option on the Lakers.
Yeah, it's not a necessity too why he doing it. If
Exactly.
he don't want to.
That's exactly
No,
it.
but
And are
no,
the
we'll
Lakers
take
winning?
What is Giannis scoring right now?
Like 31,
What is Embiid scoring right now?
like 32, 33,
What is Luka scoring right now?
like 33, 32, somewhere in there.
Okay, none of them niggas score like Michael Jordan.
No, they didn't. But again, Luka is only scoring this way because he's on a bad team. And again, I think Mike
Bad team.
average
Where are they ranked right now? Where are they ranked in the West?
The Mavericks are like
Fourth
I think
and
they're
fifth.
six.
six.
They're like fourth and fifth. But I'm
They're a
saying he's
playoff
just
team,
on,
right?
yeah, but I'm saying he on the bad.
Where's
offensive-
Milwaukee?
They're not
ranked right
winning.
now?
They're not winning a championship. You verbatim said he would average 40 and win a championship. He's not
Yeah.
doing that.
As long as you get to the playoffs, you got a chance to win a championship, do you
That's
not?
different. Now you're changing. Now you're
I'm not
saying that he
changing
can
shit.
if he makes the
said
playoffs.
he
Of
could
course,
win a
anybody who makes the playoffs has
As long
a
as you
chance
can
for a
make the
championship.
playoffs, you have a
Oh
chance.
yeah, Mel. That's Mel thing right there. I hate that. I
That's
hate that
disgusting.
point.
That's
I hate
gross.
that point,
Because
but-
you said he would average 40 and win a championship. He's not going to do
Yes.
both. He's
I
not.
didn't say they was going to be the 1 seed in the fucking
I
Eastern
know.
Conference
I
or
know
the
you
Western
didn't. I
Conference.
know you
I
didn't.
said
But
they
you said
would
he'd win a
championship.
championship.
Yes.
So you're telling me even if he's a 6 seed, he's going to win a championship. You know how many 6 seeds has ever won a championship, bro?
I don't
Hakeem
know how that's that
Olajuwon.
Hakeem is the
Hakeem.
only one.
Hakeem.
Okay. So if Hakeem did it, I'm pretty sure Jordan can do it.
Okay, so Wilt can average 100 today. That's what
Wilt
you're
can
telling me.
drop
If they did
100
it back
today.
then, they can do it today.
Oh, Will could drop 100.
He could drop 100. I didn't say
He could drop
average.
Will would drop 100
Will is not
today.
dropping 100. Let's
Will
be
would
real.
drop
Come
100
on.
today.
This is what I'm talking
Listen,
about, bro. Why
listen,
would Will
listen,
drop
listen,
100?
Because
How would he
I'm
not
not
do
co-
it?
I'm not.
Because there's
I'm
nobody
not
stopping
co-signing
him.
that. I'm not co-signing.
There's nobody
G.
stopping him, bro.
How would he
I'm
not?
There's
co-signing
nobody
that.
stopping him.
I'm not co-signing that one, guys.
There's nobody
100.
stopping Will, bro.
That's crazy.
Will
That's
advance,
How would he
crazy.
not?
advance
Like,
Will.
Joel Embiid
Advance
is
Will.
way. Joel
You're
Embiid is
crazy.
more skilled than Wilt.
You're
He's a better
crazy.
shooter than Wilt. He
If
can be
Will
just
was-
as dominant
if
as
Will was
Wilt.
born
He's
in
not
this
doing it.
time and you
Giannis
play right
can be
now-
just as dominant as Wilt. He's not doing it. Why
How
all of
would
a
he
sudden?
not?
Because he did it. Why is he doing it today? No one is getting close to that. Yes, they
Like,
can do one
Kobe
game.
got
Like
81. I
like
don't know.
Donovan
In a
Mitchell averaged
defensive
what?
league.
71
But
during that
Kobe
In a
game?
shot,
defensive
but,
league.
Booker.
but y'all
in
not
a
telling
league.
y'all.
Kobe
Bro.
averaged. He dropped
He still
81.
scored 81.
How many threes did he
He
take?
still scored 81. All I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
but he.
listen, it might take Will 60 shots to get to 100, but
He's
he can
not
score
doing
100
it.
in
But
this
He's not
league.
doing it.
who's going to let a person get 60?
Who's going
in
to
a game?
stop him?
Thank you.
Who's going to
Bro,
stop him?
we gotta be. We
If
gotta
you
be
want to say,
realistic.
if you're
We
going to
gotta
say,
be
I'm being
realistic.
realistic.
This
If
is
you want to
crazy.
say,
This
if
is
you
the
wanna say
nostalgia
Joel Embiid,
talking, bro. This
if
is
you
all
say Joel
nostalgia talk,
Embiid
bro.
because of his defense, I'll give you
There's
the head
no
nod.
way.
If you
There's
say a
no
healthy
way
Anthony
you can
Davis, I'll give you
believe.
the head nod.
Okay,
But
so
there
he
is
got
not
100.
that
You
many
think he could get?
centers
You think he
in
could get you?
today's league that
So
can stop Wilt from scoring 100. Besides two of them off the top of my head.
That's
It
crazy,
ain't.
bro.
It ain't
You think
about
he can get
stopping
50
them.
boards
Hey,
too?
Wilt dropping 100.
You think Wilt can get you 50 boards
It's
too?
just it's about the fact that the
50
team
boards?
in
What was he?
competition
7
is
point
better,
what?
bro.
7 foot what?
Like it's about the teams in competition
Crazy
being better
ATM.
today, bro.
Don't be
Crazy.
gross, bro.
He's
Come
snatching
on.
everything over here, over there,
Bro,
fingertips,
bro.
everything.
And,
But
and
look,
that
bro,
that is my point with this whole Jordan thing.
we gotta
Can he be great? Would he be great today? Yes.
Oh, 100%.
He would.
Yeah,
He could. Would he still lead the league in scoring? Yes. Could he
yeah.
average 35 a game? Yes. But he's not going to average 40. He's not and play elite defense
I say
and
he
carry a
gets
team
close
to
to
a
it.
championship. It's just not happening.
He
I
ain't
think
doing
not
all
happening.
of them. But if he's on a bad team, I could see him. Like if he's on the Thunder, bro, I can easily see him
But he
averaging
scored.
40 a couple of times.
Didn't he win Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 37?
No,
No, I think that was
It
88
was,
when he did that.
yeah, he averaged 32 and
He
like
still
8 and
averaged
8.
a lot. I think it was like what 35.
32. I think he averaged 32, 8 and 8 that year.
88,
Yeah, he
87
still averaged a
defensive.
lot.
Yeah,
87, 88 defensive player of the year. He averaged 35
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
he
sure it was
averaged
like 35.
35. Okay.
So,
or 36. I'm sorry, my bad. 36.3.
like, so to say that he can't do it, he did do it though.
No, he did. Did he win a
36.3 was
championship in
the
88,
playoffs.
bro? He didn't
scored
win a championship in
35 in the regular
88.
season. What would you
No. Listen, but no, you're saying
Oh, sorry.
what I'm saying is this:
Oh yeah, 35. 87, 88, 35.
Yes, it was 35.
he clearly can play elite offense and elite defense at the same time.
Facts.
Yes.
My point, but I guess we're looking at today's league totally different. This may be the
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
I don't believe the NBA is as good now as it was then.
Are you saying it's back then was better?
Yes.
Fundamentally, yes, I agree.
Look, I'm gonna say,
Fundamentally, fine.
because
I'll
I'm
give you
gonna tell you
fundamentally.
because
Like the
this
game
is
isn't played like basketball isn't basketball the way it was. Like the way basketball,
That's fair.
the way we was raised on basketball, that's not how the game is played.
That's fair. I'll give you that. Fundamentally, they are more sound in the 90s than today. Sure.
And
That doesn't mean they're
that's
better.
what I was gonna get to. It was like skill wise, because I think people confuse. This is my opinion only. Because I can only talk for Mel. Y'all confuse skill with athleticism.
I don't, but go ahead.
No, I'm not saying you. I didn't say
For
you.
sure. I got you.
Because when they say, "Oh, the league is more skilled now," no, it's probably more. We probably have more athletic guys in the league today, opposed to more skilled guys today. And because when you look at it, like a guy like Isaiah Thomas, like there were a lot of NBA players back in the 80s and the 90s that couldn't showcase what they were capable of doing because they played in the confines of an offense.
Mm-hmm.
So you never got to see, like, if Dominique Wilkins had the ability to just run up and down court and just dunk at will, he would look totally different. Like the stuff we saw in the slam dunk contest, we only saw in the slam dunk contest. People
sure.
are doing slam dunk contest dunks in regular games now
For sure.
because it's wide open.
Somebody just
The
said that. I
game
think it was Jai too that just said that the reason why he won't do a dunk contest is because the dunks in the game are more exciting than the dunks that you can do in dunk contest.
Like you had to play in a half court offense
so
entirely more than you do now.
I know Boo-Wop answered the question. So Mel, what do you think is Jordan's like easily scoring today? Like what is he
30.
easily scoring?
No, on a consistent Jordan on a consistent basis, he'll get you 33, 35.
Okay.
What I said was if at his peak, at his height, Jordan can go out, he can average 40 in a season. I believe he can do that. Because he did it okay, fine. If it makes you feel better, he can't average 40 and win a championship, but he can definitely average 40 points for a whole season.
I can give you that. For a whole season if he's playing on the Pistons.
I think he could do it even if he was playing alongside another Scottie Pippen or whatever it may be, and they were running, he could still do that.
I mean, I don't know who's a Scottie Pippen today or something.
Think about it. You have teams right now. You have players on teams. There are some teams that have 2 and 3 niggas scoring 20 points a game.
Your goat.
I mean, yes.
Got your goat in the chat.
30. I mean, 20 points a game isn't 30. It isn't 40.
How you doing, brother?
No. But my thing is, if that's almost 60 points combined between 3 people.
Yes.
Back in the day, that was unheard of to have 2 dudes scoring 20
For
points.
sure.
A game. So now, if there is no third dude, those
we good over here, man.
Points
Appreciate you
get spread out between the top 2 guys.
Hope you're enjoying your evening.
That's all I'm saying. Like the amount of points that's being scored now, somebody gonna have to score.
I mean, the amount of points being scored right is the same as about maybe 5-point difference, and it was in 87. And the pace is the same.
But you want to know what's different? Name me how many people scored 20 and more points in the 90s and how many people were scoring 20 and more points.
Yeah, I'll give you that. In the 87 season, I think it was only Jordan, Alex English, Neek. It was a handful.
It was 7 guys
yesterday.
It was 7 guys.
It's 20 something of them now.
Right now, yes, I'll give you that.
53.
Well,
Yes, but 20 points isn't 40, which is my point.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying to your point,
for sure,
that you
for
just
sure.
make it, not to the overall point.
But the argument is like there is abundance of points now. Like clearly, there's way more.
I mean, it's the
points
same.
being
There's
scored.
the same amount of points it was back then.
It can't be.
How not? I just said the points per game right now is like at 115. Back then was like
That's
at
so.
100. It was like at 110, 109. The
That's so
pace
funny
was
you
actually
say
faster
that.
in 87 than it is today.
That's so funny you say that, ATN, because I think it was Lou Will who said, what was those guys averaging back in the day, 80? That was they scoring back in the day, 80, 90 points a game? Came out of an NBA player's mouth. He did an interview. I forget who it was for.
In the 60s, there was nobody averaging 80,
he was
90
talking about
points in the 80s.
He was talking about the 80s
No,
and
that's why
90s.
they changed the rule.
There's literally no one who did that.
They had
So even if he said that, it's not true.
They had a playoff game where the Pacers scored 52 points.
Oh, you're talking about the team. You're talking about team.
Yeah, the team.
Oh,
yeah.
my bad, man. I thought you meant like individual players. I was
No,
like,
no, the
who's
team.
averaging that?
No, team.
You meant team. I got you.
Yeah,
I got
team.
you.
Yeah.
My fault.
There's just an abundance of points
And
now.
It's the same though. I just told you. In 87, they averaged like 109 points. Today's at 115. You're telling me a 6-point difference is an abundance of points?
I don't have my iPad, so I can't look it up. So
I did my homework like you told me to do.
You did it?
We get into
I
that.
did. I said I did.
Proud.
I did my homework. So I'm saying in 87, I'm always talking about specifically because you brought up 87. So that's why I was talking about the whole context of this whole thing was based off the year of 87 because you said that's when Jordan averaged his highest career points. Honestly, if someone, I don't remember, I think it was the next year, he was way more efficient and he averaged like 35 points a game. I think that was a better scoring year because he was more efficient and he still dropped 35. If you would have given me that year, honestly, it would have been harder to dispute. But because you went off 37 points and 87, I was like, I could run with this. This is not hard to dispute. Because he averaged 35 on he was like 23, 24 points a game. and his effective field goal percentage, his true shooting percentage is higher. So that, like, if you would have gave me 88, I'm like, ugh. That'd have been a little bit harder to argue, but it's still not 40. And it's damn sure not 50. And that's my point. When people say like Jordan can average 50 today, that is crazy to me. That is insane. Because no one, and that's my point. That's what I was trying to get to, because where do you rank Kevin Durant all time as a scorer?
As a scorer?
Yes. Top 5, top 10?
He's definitely top 10. I would have to think about if he's top 5, but he's definitely top 10.
Where do you put LeBron?
As a scorer?
Yeah. He's got to be top 10.
Top 15. You got see the thing about
that's crazy, bro.
But you got to define what you.
I get it. I understand. But no matter how for Kevin Durant, no matter how you view it, unless you're going to talk about overall points scored, because he doesn't have the longevity yet, Kevin Durant is a top 5 scorer all time.
Like I said, I would have to run it down on what
longevity.
Because
so to me, like, if Kevin Durant is a top 5 scorer today of all time, and he's playing right now, he's not getting close to 40. He's not getting close to 45. So you're telling me the scoring gap between Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant is that big?
There's a gap.
How big? A 10 to 15 point gap? There's just no way. There's no way you're going to tell me Jordan's a 10 to 15 point gap between Jordan and Kevin Durant.
Because the thing about it is, Kevin Durant, as good of a scorer as you may believe he is, he is not what I would. This is why I say LeBron is different from a lot of other people, because he's a consistent scorer.
LeBron is a consistent scorer, yes.
Kevin Durant is not a consistent scorer. Okay. Because there are games where Kevin Durant will just disappear.
Okay.
Like, when I say, it's like, okay, now, if we're just talking about the ability to score, yes, Kevin Durant has the ability to do all the things that you think he can do, but he doesn't do them. It's the same thing where everybody says, oh, LeBron James could go out and average a triple-double. He has the ability to, but he's never fucking done it.
Right. So that's a good point, because I would say Jordan has the ability to get you 40. He definitely does. My point is, he's not going to if he's going to win, because that's not how you win in today's NBA.
But
that's not how you
can
win.
Can I say this though? Like, when you say as far as the gap between KD and Jordan, I don't think it's a gap in terms of skill. What separates Jordan is his aggression from all other scorers. He is the most relentless scorer of all time. Period.
Right. That's good.
No, I'm just saying that's what separates him in general. Like,
it's a mentality.
Aggressive. It's a mentality.
I know Boo Wop is all about the dog and a player and their mentality. So I'll give Boo Wop, because that's why he ranks people like Kobe and Jordan so highly. And I get it. And like, no one's gonna say Kevin Durant has that mentality that Kobe or Jordan has, right? But his skill and talent and his ability to score, there's no way he isn't top 5. There's just no way. If you want to knock him for his mentality, sure. But he is consistent. He averages 27 points a game for his career. And he's probably the most versatile scorer we have ever seen.
Imagine, this is where the gap happens. I'm going to show you right now. Imagine Kevin Durant with Kobe and Michael's mentality.
Okay, imagine Michael Jordan with Kevin Durant's abilities.
Oh, you put Michael Jordan at 7 feet.
Right, like
he just talking about from a pure shooting standpoint.
No, I know.
Yeah, but where Kevin,
like, if you get like, what are we doing here? You're gonna say, okay, you give Kevin Durant Jordan's mentality, he's gonna be better. Well, if you give Jordan Kevin Durant's abilities, he's gonna be better.
No. Kevin Durant may shoot from 3 better than Michael Jordan, but everything else Michael Jordan does better.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I guarantee if you look at his efficiency stats, I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant is more efficient than Jordan.
Yeah,
from everywhere in the field.
I
No,
think
see,
he is.
y'all-
Maybe
y'all-
not at the rim.
Y'all like looking at numbers. I go by my eyes.
The numbers tell you your lies are lying.
I watched a
That's
6
fine.
foot
You
seven.
could
No,
have
I
watched them. I'm
watched
just
a
telling you the
6'7"
numbers. What the numbers tell me is
Jaylen
Kevin Durant
Brown
is better.
locked Kevin Durant's ass up in the playoffs last year.
And
Right or
Jordan
wrong?
Jordan didn't have a bad Jordan's never had a bad playoff game.
No, he had a bad series. Kevin Durant
That's
had a
why we
bad-
love him, your goat.
Yeah, for sure. He had a bad series.
Why we
He had,
love them.
he had a terrible series for
This
sure.
is- Michael Jordan.
Kobe's
doesn't
had a bad
have
series.
those.
Kobe had a
That's
bad series
what
in the finals.
It's
Kobe had a bad series in the finals.
Who had a bad series in finals?
Kobe in 04.
I said Michael Jordan.
I know. I'm saying Kobe, and we're saying Kobe has got this dog and his mentality in him. So
Right.
I'm bringing up the fact of Kobe. So I'm saying
Okay.
like everyone can have a
everybody
fluke
has
series.
a-
Everyone can have
yeah.
a bad game. It
No,
doesn't
no.
it doesn't take away from their ability.
What I'm saying was, if with Kevin Durant, with all of the things being
That's right, your
7 feet,
goat.
with being 7 feet tall, with being able to shoot the way that he does, that's why I mentioned Jaylen Brown, a 6'7" guard. I'm always angry. It's good. At 7 feet tall, if he can do all of these things, then a 6'7" dude shouldn't disrupt him as much as they do.
I don't think they
No,
do.
I don't think they did. I ain't gonna
I don't
say
think
it was
they
just Jaylen
do.
Brown either. It was mostly
It was
the
a collective.
combined
It wasn't
effort.
just
It was a
Jaylen
collective
Brown the
effort.
entire series. Like
Yeah, it was a
Jaylen,
collective
Jason
effort.
Tatum was switching on him. They were switching bodies all the entire series. And
Okay,
Jaylen
fine.
and Jason
Are
Tatum was
any
like
of those bodies
6'10".
7 feet tall?
Jason Tatum's like 6'10". He's got a huge wingspan, and he's a pretty freaking good wing defender.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty good wing
it was
defender.
he is. You're not
Okay.
gonna sit here and tell me you're not gonna sit here and tell me Jason Tatum is not a good wing defender.
Okay,
Like, he's-
but that's my point. It's like that's why I said those types of defenders didn't fuck with Michael Jordan the way that they fucked with Kevin Durant.
Okay, that's fine. What is that? I'm just simply saying like you're so that
No, 'cause you're
so
asking me
that,
where the
that
gap is.
alone,
I'm
that
showing you
alone,
where the
that gap, that 10 to 15. So you're telling me that alone, there's a 10 to 15 point gap between Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant.
Because if you're telling me that all it takes is a guy almost his height with almost his wingspan to disrupt what he does, Michael Jordan was doing
One
what he was
series.
doing to dudes who were 6'2" all the way up to 6'10".
Okay, so where do you have Kobe all time scoring wise? He's got to be close to. He's got to be close to Jordan.
Yeah, I got Kobe's.
Okay, and who disrupted Kobe in the 04 playoffs, the finals? Tayshaun Prince.
Right.
So what are we doing?
But we saw less of that from Kobe than we did Kevin Durant.
Oh, it's one series, and one was in the finals.
No, I can run down all of the series that Kevin Durant disappeared in. Where is he at? When
Not
Golden State
production
came,
wise.
huh?
Not really from a production standpoint. I think he still averaged like 29 in that series against Golden State. Like he averaged like 24 or some shit like that, 25 against Boston last year. Like he was historically bad from his standards last year.
Yeah, for his standards, he was bad, but compared to like regular just scoring standards, he was still pretty good. Like compared to like the average
still
NBA
shot
player,
like-
average scorer,
but-
like Kevin
Shot
Durant
like
was
we're not-
still.
25
You
or
just
47%.
said he's a top 5 scorer.
He
We're not
is. He is a top
we're
5
not
scorer all
putting him with
time.
average niggas.
All right, time out. Let me ask Mel this then. Because even if you think it's a gap between him and Jordan, name me, because I think Mike and Kobe are 1 and 2, and I think Kevin Durant's the 3rd greatest scorer I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's simple as that.
But like I said, it depends. Define what you consider scoring as
No,
a
you
scorer.
define it. We're
consider-
asking you.
Because I just see the bag and like
I look at dudes.
ability.
Yeah, I go by dudes who can score on all 3 levels.
Okay, so name me the players do you think are better scorers than Kevin Durant?
If you go by all 3 levels, then it gotta be. I think
There's
Kevin
no.
Durant should be
If we're
one.
going all 3 levels, there's no way the gap between Jordan and Kevin Durant is that big. Then
No, like I said, I said he's probably top 5. I said, but top 10 definitely.
Yeah, okay. I ain't mad at that.
okay. I'm just saying, like, it just depends on where you have him, I guess. Because to me, Kevin Durant is easily a top 5 scorer, and there's no way the gap between I have Kevin Durant, I have him 2. If you have
You have
Kobe
him
ahead of
two?
him, cool, that's fine. He's top 3. I think Kevin Durant is a top 3 scorer all time. I don't believe Michael Jordan is a 10 to 15 point gap difference if he's a number 3 top scorer all time. If you have Kevin Durant, even if he's top 5, if you have Michael Jordan at 1 and Kevin Durant's at 5, I just don't see Michael Jordan being a 10 to 15 point gap difference between them. I just don't see it.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
I see that.
that's like I said, this is all your opinion. I have mine. But like I said, if you took out the 2 years that Jordan played for the Wizards, what was his career average?
I don't know. I don't have that in hand.
Like
33.5.
Like 32 some years. Something like that. Whatever.
Because
It's
with
still the highest in
the
NBA
Wizards,
history,
what is it
though.
like? 30 something, 30 point something.
Huh?
If you add the Wizards year, he's like at what,
It's-
30?
yeah,
30.1.
30.1. 30.1.
he still got the highest scoring average of all time. But this is the reality, though, right? I think Michael Jordan, if he did play in this era his whole career, I think he would have at least it's 3 points right now on Kevin Durant. I think it would be 6 points at best. Like I think he would average easily 33. So I'm gonna just say 6 points would be the bare minimum. I'm not gonna say 10 to 15. I think that's pushing it.
I
can see
say 10 because I say that. I'll say 10 only because how many times has Kevin Durant averaged 30 points a game?
That is my point.
How many times KD averaged 30 points a game? I think
Twice.
It's probably
twice.
been like twice or 2 or
Yeah,
3
I was gonna
times.
say
But that
twice.
is my point.
But he hovers around what, 26, 27.
He's like at
Career average is
27.
27.
Be like 27 to 30, anywhere between there.
Mm-hmm.
Like his career average is like at 27.
Right. But and that's like I said. So at his peak, so I find 8 points. I'll split the difference. 8 points.
Okay, so if you're talking about career at his peak, because Kevin Durant's what at his peak is what 32.
Yep.
So you're gonna say 8 point game. Okay, I see what you did there. So that's gonna give him to 40. I see what you did there. Okay. And guess what? Kevin Durant was doing that, and he was doing that I don't know if I was contending, but I'm sure it was an OKC when they were title contenders.
And he was still doing it with a Russell Westbrook and a James Harden on his team, right?
I mean, I'm sure he was. I don't know what his exact stats were in those specific years because James was only there for like 3 seasons. But my whole point is I don't see no one's doing that today. I get Jordan is a better scorer than a lot of these guys today. I just don't think he's 10. These guys are averaging 30, 33 points a game. I don't see him being over 40, which would put him at the 8 to 10 to 12 mark.
I said 8 points. That'll put him around 40, 41.
Okay, if you have him there, he's not winning, which you already conceded to saying that he wouldn't win if he averaged 40 points a game. That was my
I'm
point.
just doing that just to make you happy. I'd like to,
All right. Now that Mel and ATN has had their fun, it's time for the rest of the panel to have some fun too. So let's jump into this Kyrie trade, man. Kyrie got traded to Dallas for Finney Smith, Dinwiddie, and a couple of picks. Who do you guys think won the trade, and do you think the Mavs are better now than they were last year with Brunson?
I'll
That's a
jump.
question.
I just think
What you say, boy?
Nothing. Go ahead, man.
You said something, nigga.
I just said was it a question, but I'll be back. Go ahead. I'll go. No, Bill.
Oh no, you never know.
yeah, nah, I don't think
The second and the first. There you go. There you go.
I don't believe it's gonna work. That's number one. Number two, you got 2 ball dominant guys, and you got to figure out who's going to be the guy on that team.
Oh yeah, Morris. You got traded for Marquise.
What?
Yeah, one of the Morris.
You say you
Morris
wait a
brothers
minute.
was
Wait a
included in
minute.
that trade.
You said you got to figure out who's going to be the guy. We know who the guy is. Kyrie better know who the guy is.
No, I think I agree with Mel here. I don't think
No
Kyrie's
way.
going in
No
there
way.
thinking
There's
he
no
knows
way.
who the guy is. You're crazy.
There's absolutely no
okay.
way.
I don't know.
You
I
do
don't
know.
know. I don't
You
know if
know.
Kyrie is walking through the door like,
No, he
nah,
is
this
not.
is Luka's
No,
team.
he is
No,
not.
Kyrie's
No,
like,
he
nigga,
is
this
not.
is my
He
team
is
for this
not.
year.
No,
I'm
he is
gonna
not.
I'm a preface it.
my
When I
No,
say
he's not.
who the
Kyrie's
guy
not doing
is,
it.
let's just say the Mavericks. There's 30-something seconds left. the Mavs down one, they need a bucket. Who's taking that shot? Is it Luka or is it Kyrie?
Depends who's hot.
You're tripping.
Hell nah.
It
tripping,
depends
you
who's
go.
hot.
Hell no.
If Kyrie is having a game, you're not going to go to Luka in that situation.
I don't think
if
if
they're both
Kyrie and
having a
Luka
game?
on the court at the same
go to
time,
Luka.
I don't believe that's the time for
I need to see it. I'm with Mel. I need to see it. I don't think it works.
There's nothing to see. This is Luka's team.
Mm.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
know
not
it's
saying
Kyrie
I'm
Irving
not
that.
questioning that, but what Kyrie is going to do, his attitude is going to be like when he gets there, how he's going to perform. That determines a lot for me, and it's like I don't
Right.
know,
And
like,
the people,
and for Mark Cuban, like, and me knowing or viewing Mark Cuban the way I do, Mark Cuban made this move because he thinks it's a better version of Jalen Brunson. That he's getting a more efficient scorer than Jalen Brunson that could take some of that pressure off you. The question you have to ask yourself is, with an ego like Kyrie, is he willing to take that second role to Luka and fit in that same role?
Why wouldn't he?
I'm not saying that he wouldn't, but just because he's in a different
seen him do it in the
situation,
past. I just don't
right?
see-
But just because we've seen him do it in the past, don't mean he's going to be willing
That's
to do it
who
now.
he exceeds better as a number 2
That's why
guy
he left
than a number
LeBron.
1 guy.
That's why he left LeBron.
but
That
my
was
thing
how many
is-
years ago, bro? And he knows it didn't work out.
No.
And fine,
I'm not-
that's fine. He knows it didn't work out, but he had numerous chances to get himself back to play with LeBron, to go play for a championship contender where he can play behind a guy, and he just left KD. So if he can play with two of the best players in the NBA, what makes you think he's going to go over here and he's just going to gel out with Luka so much?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's going to
That's
work.
my
I'm just
thing.
saying.
I'm
I'm just
my
saying
point, I
there's
don't
no
think they
way
both
that
gonna
we
fit on the
we
floor.
don't know whose team this is, and we don't
No,
know
we know
who's
it's
going to be
Luka's
number 2
team.
and who's going to be number 1.
Like I said,
We
what
know
I'm
it's Luka's
saying
team.
is when it gets crunch time, because it was LeBron's team when he was on the Cavs, but they gave the ball to Kyrie when it was crunch time. Kyrie
They
Irving
might
is
have given him the shot, but they gave the ball to LeBron.
Say it again.
They might have given him the shot, but the ball was in LeBron's hands.
LeBron never touched the ball in Golden State for that last shot. He wouldn't.
Oh, we're talking about one shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When it turns into that time of the game, because Kyrie Irving, this is compared to Luka, he's a better shooter. He can get to the bucket better. I'm not there. Luka can get to the hoop. But when they do get fouled, you have an 86% free throw shooter in Kyrie and a 71% free throw shooter in Luka. That's my point. Like, is Luka willing to get to the point where in those moments, it's better that dude has the ball in his hand?
But all I'm saying is we thought the James Harden, KD, and Kyrie was going to work. It did not work. We can't just be like, all right, this is going to work. Kyrie, one of those pieces.
It kind of did.
It kind of did. One of those pieces.
It definitely did not.
And one of those pieces.
Harden got hurt.
Piece that we're talking about now.
Well,
Kyrie got hurt. KD got hurt. They all got hurt. It didn't work out. No matter how you spin it.
No matter how you spin it, it didn't work out.
When they play together.
They weren't going to win nothing.
Well, their biggest issue in
They could
Dallas
have
is going
won.
to be defense.
They could have won. They could have definitely won. I'm with 18.
He almost beat Milwaukee without those guys.
100%.
There's no way they're not going to beat those guys
he had him somewhat.
when they're healthy.
He did have him somewhat.
But they need defense in Dallas. They have no defense now.
That's fair.
That's probably going to be their biggest issue.
Your GOAT said this a little earlier.
Honestly, I think the loser in this trade is probably going to be Luka. Because
Probably.
now
I don't think Kyrie's staying.
No, yeah, but besides that, like, even if he does stay, the pressure's still on Luka because this is Luka's best teammate like that he's ever had.
Right.
So if he doesn't win with Kyrie,
then
like what can he possibly what can you pair him up with? Like he's already got Christian Wood's a solid, decent big man. Porzingis was a solid big man, and we see what he's doing in Washington now that he doesn't have Luka beside him. Christian Wood's a solid big man. He's putting decent numbers.
Delusional. That's what that is.
Now you now you got a big, you pair him up with another terrific scorer in Kyrie, and he still doesn't get it done. How are we talking about Luka?
I'm talking about him the same way because again, even though I think this will work on it's going to work till it don't work type of thing, right? If they lose to the Clippers, is anybody shocked? No. They lose to Denver, is anybody shocked? No. Now, how they lose will be different. They get swept or something like that, then people will talk about it. If they lose a competitive series to one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I don't think nobody be like, well, Luka can't win and Luka can't get it done. It's going to all depend on how it
I don't
falls.
know, bro.
Like,
But that's the narrative on him already.
I don't know because they said that was the narrative for James Harden, and he took the Warriors to 7 games.
right, but I can't speak. I ain't saying that it's not
6
going to be
games. They didn't
something.
take the Warriors to 7.
It was 7
did.
games.
They took them to 7.
It was
Which
7
year?
games.
It was
And
7
year?
games. When Chris Paul got hurt, it was 7 games.
28
Chris Paul,
3-pointers in a row.
Yeah.
What year?
It took for the
In
half.
2018.
The first year they got no, not the second year. The second
Second year is 2018.
Yeah.
And they smoked.
And Chris Paul
28
got
three-pointers
hurt.
away.
He
In a
missed.
row.
He got hurt. I think game 5. He missed game 6.
Yeah. 6 and
And
7.
then
Was that the year KD got hurt?
no, that was the year Chris Paul got
No.
hurt. That was the year they went like
No.
0 for 27 from 3.
Yeah, but this
Three-pointers
what
in a
they
row.
set it up.
Oh.
But this what it set it up for. The next year, when they were healthy, Chris Paul and James Harden, then Kevin Durant gets hurt, and they still can get the job done. That's what hurt James Harden. That right
That's
there.
fair. I see.
That
That's fair.
hurts him. Because you should have. We understand that you lost your right hand man and y'all was this close from beating them last. But this year, they lose Kevin Durant. Y'all supposed to beat them. That's how people looked at James Harden.
I don't think those Rockets was beating the Golden State team. That's just me. 7 games, 6 games, it don't matter. That's just my opinion.
Like I just
I think
Chris
they
Paul
won.
there,
Chris Paul was
Chris
healthy.
Paul
I think they
there.
won game
if
6.
you're in a
Chris
Game
Paul there, no Chris
7
Paul
with
there.
any team, like that means you.
Yeah, it's a chance. Yeah, I get you. We said the same thing in the Boston and the Bucks series. I get you what you're saying, but to me, I just think Golden State puts them away whether they had Chris Paul or not. That's just my opinion.
History don't show it that well.
Well, I just think what's going to happen if the Mavericks take a step back. When I mean a step back, if they don't
Chris
make it to the
Paul not
Western
helping them
Conference
make
Finals,
28 3-pointers.
they're
That's
going to
what I'm
blame
saying. They would have
Kyrie.
closed them out in 6.
No, they wouldn't have. Sorry.
It was in Houston. Why wouldn't they have?
They wouldn't have closed us out in 6. That was not happening that
Oh,
year.
you're a Warriors fan? All right.
You don't see it behind them?
I see. All right.
Trying to say,
Bird said,
been up there kicking it all day.
Bird said, shut that shit up, man. Fuck
Been up
those
there
Warriors.
kicking it all day. What? What Bird say?
Bird said, fuck them Warriors.
Oh, tell Bird to come see us. We still got the championship.
Nah,
Ain't that right,
Bird said,
big
y'all ain't win
Yeah.
shit in his time. You fucking better here.
Yeah, we took it at his house. I don't want to hear it.
Bird said you had to wait till he retired
Oh,
to win some championships.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Who you talking to? The W nigga?
That's all right. That's all right. We a team as a whole back here. We a team as a whole back here. Okay, don't worry about what we got going on.
He got that one picture. They all in black and gray in the back.
My whole thing is why people don't think Kyrie can thrive as a number 2 when he just shown us that.
It's not the number 2 role for me. It's just who's the number 1.
I don't care about the
Luka.
number 2 part.
That
I
doesn't
don't
make
care about
sense.
Yeah,
What
I think it doesn't matter about him being a number 2. I don't care. That's not my issue.
It matters who the number 1 is.
He's fine
Luka.
being. He's
That's-
fine being
Not
a number 2.
every number 2 fits with every number 1. We're not gonna say and act like
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but
just,
I mean, you're questioning who's the number 1. There's no
seen
question.
No, I'm questioning how does he fit with the number
Bro,
1?
we've seen this movie before. Like we just seen Kyrie play with LeBron. LeBron is a Luka type of player, bro.
but it's not the same though. I don't think it's the same.
bro.
Why y'all keep saying it's not the
same at
same?
all.
Everything runs through LeBron. He was the leading passer, the leading playmaker.
Luka
on
is
the
not
team.
LeBron.
That's it.
But
Bro, we know they're
I
not the
give
same.
LeBron
Their game
credit.
styles is the same.
But I give LeBron credit where he knows when to let the other dudes be the other dudes.
The IQ isn't the same. The experience isn't the same.
Oh my god!
Like,
bro.
oh my god, bro.
I just haven't
You
seen Luka
guys-
do it. That's
you
all
guys-
it is. I just haven't seen him defer yet.
He didn't do it to Porzingis. He wasn't doing it to Spencer Dinwiddie when
For
Spencer
what?
Dinwiddie got there.
But
that's what I'm saying.
For what?
He didn't do it to Jay Brunson when he got back.
Do it for what?
To win.
Right.
For what? To win. To win. To be mentioned with some of the greats. To win.
Who the fuck is he?
Fuck. Fuck. The
Who
unicorn.
the fuck is he?
The
Who is he?
unicorn. That's who the fuck he is.
Bro,
The unicorn.
Stop it. That
Stop
boy's a
it.
mermaid. He's
Stop
a
it.
fucking mermaid.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop playing devil's
Stop
advocate
it.
all the time, Troy. It's a bad look, man.
No, it's
You
not.
gotta stop it, man. It's a
No,
bad
it's
look,
not.
bro.
It's a good look.
It's a bad look.
Good look.
Sometimes you get caught up in shit, man. You
No,
gotta
I'm
slow
not
it
caught up
down,
in
man.
shit. Yeah, don't say it.
You trying to compare?
Don't act
you
like
trying
Chris
to
Paul
compare
Porzingis was it. And I'm not comparing him. I'm not comparing him. Nobody said it was Kyrie.
He's
Nobody
not
said it was
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Nobody
He's
said it
not
was.
Kyrie.
Did I say
This
Kristaps Porzingis
This
was
is by
Kyrie?
far.
Did I say
This is by
Kristaps
far.
Porzingis was
This is
Kyrie?
by
No.
far
No.
the best.
I said
Number
he had
2 option
he
that
had
Luka
Kristaps, didn't work. Spencer Dinwiddie and them guys go over there, didn't work. Jalen Brunson bounces out. Jalen, right when it starts to work, Brunson's like, I'm mad of here.
He's gonna go get paid.
I'm mad of here.
He's trying to get paid.
Not if he thought that team could fucking win.
No.
So he go to the fucking Knicks?
That's right.
Make it make sense, Troy.
That's right.
Make it
That's
make
right.
sense. He
He
go
go to a
he's trying to
big
get paid,
market
to
He
win.
go to right to get
win.
paid. No, to get paid. To get paid.
Okay.
But listen to what I said. I said he would have stayed if he thought they could win. Not that he left it because he thought another that
he's
he
not going
went
to
to
give
a
up the
contender.
bag.
He would have stayed because
He
Mark
ain't
was
giving
about to
him
give
no
him a
bag.
bag. But
He
Mark
gonna
was
give
about
up a
give him
bag to be to a
Mark
bench.
was
No,
about
the
to
Mavericks,
give him a
the
bag,
Mavericks
yo.
weren't paying him what
No, not what they got from the
No,
Knicks. But Mark was
exactly.
about to throw him a bag, though. It wasn't no light ass bag that Mark
it was
throwing him.
compared to that Nick bag. It was like
Hey,
It was
yeah,
light
and
as
I
hell.
would agree. He took the money, but I think if Bronson thought he could win there, he would have stayed. He would have at
No.
least bid it out for a couple of more years.
Man,
Bro.
hell no. He
No.
wanted himself
not
a
a young,
bigger
not
role.
that young kid, not a young kid like that.
He
No.
wanted a bigger
Not when you
role.
got
He's
Luka
gonna
as
take
your
that
first.
money.
Not when you got Luka as
He's
your
gonna
first.
take that.
Get him out
Look,
of there.
man, double advocates, bro.
There's no
Hey,
there's
tell
no
Jordan-
way he's
Tell
paying up
Jordan
the
Embiid to
bag
get to a conference
and his first
finals,
big
bro.
contract. There's just no way.
You got to get up out of there, bro.
You-
Kyrie be out of there by the end of the season.
Hey,
Kyrie be out of there at the end of the season. Hey,
tell Joel Embiid to get to a conference finals, man.
Hey, nobody. We're not talking about Joel right now.
Right.
Are we? No, I don't see him on it now.
Tell
Talk
Joel
about
Embiid to get to
Kyrie
a conference
in
finals.
to Dallas. That's what we're
Tell
talking
Joel.
about.
I bet you think Joel
I don't
Embiid better
think
than
it's
Luka.
going to work, people.
I bet you do.
I just
I bet
don't
you
think
do.
it don't work.
I bet you
I
do.
don't think it's going to
I
work.
bet you do.
I
bet
don't.
you do.
I don't. I fucking don't.
Yeah. I don't
What
think
you
it,
talking
like I
about,
said,
Boo. I don't. I don't think it's going to work. And I'm a
just don't
Kyrie
think it's
kind
gonna
of guy.
work
I'm a
because
kind
they
of
got
guy.
nobody
Kyrie
that
guy. I
can
don't
play
think it's
fucking
going to work.
defense. And you're gonna need to play defense come playoff time.
Bro, is we saying it's gonna work like again? Are y'all saying it's not gonna work because
Kyrie,
y'all
just
don't
go stand
believe
in the
it's gonna
corner.
win a title?
No.
Like,
I'm
That's what
just
it's there for. Like, what is it working? They play
mean,
good
the goal
together. They
is to
won
win
some
a
games
championship.
together. Like, what is working to? Like, playing some games
Bro,
and
you
winning some
gotta
games
actually
together?
have a fucking championship contending team to win a fucking title.
Well, now people out there thinking that this is a championship contending team.
Well, they dumb. They fucking dumb.
Hey, tell that to them, boo.
I will. They dumb. They fucking dumb.
Yeah, no, because they're looking at it as they went to the Western Conference Finals last year without Kyrie.
Overachieved, man. They overachieved.
No,
Don't that
I
happen
know.
to
No,
you?
no, I know that.
To you though, boo.
I'm just
To
saying.
A lot of
most
people don't.
saying-
No, a
No,
lot
they
of people
definitely
don't feel like they
overachieved.
overachieve. I know I 100% agree, but a lot of people.
The Suns
I would
choked that
say
series.
I would say Dallas fans don't think they overachieve.
They better think again.
He said they better think again.
Yeah, no, I know that,
They better
but
think
I just
again.
believe that they're looking at it. That's where they were last year, so they can't take a step back.
They could if everybody healthy, Mel. Like if the Clippers is healthy, they're gonna take a step back.
Oh no, they're gonna take
Clippers
big
are-
steps back. Yeah, no, they're gonna take.
I mean, the Nuggets are healthy. Like, if the
The
Clippers are
Nuggets.
healthy,
Shit.
not looking
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm gonna say it. I got the Pelicans beating them too.
I mean, a healthy Pelicans team
Uh,
is a. I mean,
I can see it, but I can't really just.
it's not.
definitively say
It's
it
not a
now.
slam
I'm
dunk that they'll
definitively
beat them.
saying it. I'm definitively
I'm not.
saying it.
I'm
I-
definitely-
I'm saying it.
I think the
I'm
Pelicans are
definitely
maybe a couple years removed from.
Yeah, it's not a sure thing that they'll beat them.
From beating
Can
the
they beat them?
Mavs.
Sure,
No,
but
they're not a couple of years. If you got Zion, Bi, and CJ on the court at the same time, with the rest of how the rest of those guys play, that people I've been saying this since the
how
beginning.
many
of the
playoff experience? Like, how much playoff
Listen,
experience does Zion have?
Listen, they showed you what they did last year without Zion. Now you
It's
add
not gonna
Zion
matter.
to that, it's gonna be different. You add Zion to what they did in the playoffs. If they could just replicate, the team could just replicate what they did last year. And you add Zion to that. That's a three-headed monster that's hard to stop when you slow a game down.
Okay, so what's
Zion's
their,
gonna crush your
what's
paint.
their, what's
Zion's
their,
gonna
what's
crush
their,
the paint. Bi is fucking you up on
what's
the
their
perimeter
ceiling?
and in the paint.
what's
and
their
so is
ceiling?
CJ.
What's their ceiling?
Oh, they beat the Mavs the second round. I don't know. Second round. I say they're still in the second
Okay,
round.
okay, so but they're not.
I'm
couple
saying
years
they beat
removed.
the Mavs. Then I didn't say couple of
I'm
years.
saying,
I'm not
okay,
saying
but I'm saying they're a couple
championship.
years
I'm
removed
saying
from
I
actually
got
making
them
some
beating
real
the Mavs.
noise, and you're putting. Them
Oh
in the
no,
second
yeah,
round.
playoffs. I mean, to win a championship, it depends. If everybody's healthy in the league, like Buwak saying, then I don't know. I don't know if the Pels can hold
that's
up
what I'm
against the
saying.
Nuggets,
Yeah.
the Clippers. But I'm saying to the conversation that we're having with the Dallas, I can see the Pelicans fully healthy beating them. Round one, round two. I
Yeah,
don't
but
give
it's not a
fuck what round.
solidified thing.
For me, it is though. That's what I'm saying. For me, it is.
Okay.
Let's go. I don't
Yeah.
see it. I mean, it'll be.
And I'll go a step further. I got the Grizzlies beating them too. Fuck. Like, y'all niggas stupid. John and them gonna pull the guns out, man. They gonna hold them up. What, Move? What you got, Move?
What makes y'all think that the Pelicans can? Like, I'm confused. Why y'all think the Pelicans can't compete with?
No,
the Mavs?
I said they could. No, I said it's
With
not
the
a slam
Mavs, they
dunk.
could definitely compete with the Mavs.
I didn't say it's a foregone conclusion that they can just beat them straight up.
Yeah, it's not like a solidified thing. Like it's not like
I'm
the
picking one, I'm
Nuggets. If
picking
the
the
Nuggets are healthy, they're beating the Mavericks.
If
Like
I'm
that's a
picking one, I'm
solidified
picking
thing.
the- I'm picking
It's
the
a
Bucks.
7-game series in a coin flip with 2 minutes.
So
Between
with
the
the
Mavs
Pelicans?
and the Nuggets.
No, I don't say that.
But with the Pelicans and the
Oh, I feel you. Yeah.
Now,
What?
the
I
Nuggets.
see that.
I got the Nuggets beating the Pels, but I think the Pels could put up a very good fight and sneak that one out. But I don't know what Kyrie's going to bring to Dallas. I'm not gonna act like he's gonna bring his skill and all his talent, but we don't know how that's going to impact them into winning and to getting past teams that they need to get past in playoffs. So I can't downright say it's going to work. Working for me means you got to a Western Conference or the finals and you lost to the better team, or you lost to a team you lost to the better team.
That's
the team
fair.
that's better. Like that I will contribute as it worked, but you just got beat by the better team.
That's fair.
That's it. I'm not going to sit here and say because you won some games, because you finished second in the league, but you got bounced out in the second round, that it worked. No, it shouldn't.
No, for sure.
oh yeah, no.
Like, because people are going to say the same about Embiid and James Harden. If Embiid and James Harden don't work out this year, they'll at least get to a Western Conference Finals. There's going to be some chatter like, "Oh, okay, is this working out?" I don't think it's working out.
I don't think they're getting out the second round of the playoffs. But.
Depends who they play.
Oh, I hate the NFL in the chat. What's up, man? Oh, we got all the guys in here today. You give me the GOAT. I hate the NFL. But let's move on to my favorite segment. Trash talking TikTokers. Now, ATN, you're new to this segment. So normally this segment today is a little different. This is going to involve you guys. It's an activity I'm going to put you through. So in this GOAT discussion that you, True Love, and Mel was having, we got some interesting comments. Now, normally in this segment, ATN, I would just have the comments on my phone, and I would literally go through the thread and read them to you guys, and we would discuss them. But today, I'm not doing that because this one comment, I'm not even finding the guy's name. I didn't write it down. I don't give a fuck who said it. But he said something, and it got me thinking, right? And what he said was that the role players and bench players today are better than role players and bench players back then. So I wanted to test this theory. Right? But I wanted to test it in a way where I'm going to give you guys some names. I told the guys this last name. And you're going to tell me if they're a starter or a role player in today's league. Okay?
So you're naming players from the 90s, I'm assuming?
Everywhere. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. But everybody got it?
All
right. So you're going to tell me starter or role player? We're going to start with Bill Cartwright.
Fucking role player. What the fuck is we doing?
What
the fuck is we doing?
Player.
Holy shit.
Well, see, I'm gonna throw this out there only because they don't value centers in this league. So Bill Cartwright wouldn't even. That's a no. He's definitely gonna be a role player because they don't like 7-footers.
Yeah, no, role player.
Around, not even be in the league. I don't know that.
That's true. He might not even be in the league. That's true.
Might not be in the league, bro.
You say he might
He
not
can't
be
shoot.
in the league.
He can't shoot. What can he do?
Just asking, I'm just asking. I want to see gauging you guys. So I started with a little.
Boo up ain't playing tonight, bro.
I don't want him to play with this one. I don't want him to play. I want Boo up on his ship. Bruce Bowen.
That's a starter.
He's a starter.
Yeah, Bruce Bowen's a starter.
He's a 3-and-D guy. So
yeah, that's easily a starter.
He a starter. He'll be able to play still.
Pat Riley.
Who?
Pat.
oh, you went way back.
No.
Oh,
Riley, bro.
Yeah, he's a rotation player at best.
Man, he was a role player in the 70s. He's out the league today. He's not even fucking playing.
Remember the conversation. Better than role players and bench players.
Nah.
That's all. We're sticking to that. We're not. That's all we're sticking to.
Nah, Pat Riley today. Nah, bro.
So when you're saying that they're a starter or bench player, you're equating them to the to the guys Not the superstars and stars, not the like you're equating them to the guys after that's starting or that's coming off the bench. Can these guys be in those rooms? If you want to say no to Pat Riley, I'm fine with that.
No.
Role player. Okay.
Definitely role player.
Yeah.
All right. Bill Bradley. Starting off light.
Role player. We gotta just go role player.
Who? I'm just playing.
Boo up.
Bro, man, come on, man. Y'all
Come on, I'm about to get to the juice. I couldn't start off with the juice. Just say it. Goddamn.
Man, that man is out the fucking league, man.
All right. Let's get to some juice because Boo up.
He wasn't that bad.
Steve Kerr.
Today he's not on shit.
Steve Kerr.
He's a role player.
He's a
Rotation.
He'd be.
Steve Kerr is getting 7 minutes a game, if that. He cannot guard anybody in today's era.
I'd say rotation at best.
Oh
Like,
God.
what's his name in Boston? Peyton Pritchard?
Yeah, I mean, but it's
you
okay.
You gotta
It's
take
super
into account
situational.
his shooting. You gotta take into
It's
account his shooting.
super
Somebody's going to
situational,
use him.
bro.
Yeah,
It's
but I mean,
super
Somebody's
most-
going
if
to
situational.
use him.
If you're, I guess, but
Somebody's going
most
to
shooters
use him.
up the
He will
bench.
definitely be on the Lakers right now on that motherfucking bench. What are you talking about? LeBron will be getting Steve Kerr.
Playing no significant minutes.
Yes, he's getting
always in
fucking
garbage time.
significant minutes because they need
Man,
shooters,
get the fuck out
and
of
he's
here.
a shooter.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Career
He ain't no
45%
defense.
shooter.
And he can't do
Mute
that
Boo
shit.
up. Somebody mute Boo up.
He can't play no defense. Stop it.
And who playing defense today? But that's not the point, Boo up. You're taking away from the segment. Just tell me if they're a starter or role player. I don't need the comments. I just need starter or role player.
7
Boo Up.
minutes a game. 7
Ron
minutes a game.
Harper. I'm not listening to Boo Up no more. I'm not even waiting for your answer no more.
7
Ron
minutes a
Harper.
game.
Ron Harper.
Starter. He'd be a starter.
Role player.
What Ron Harper are we talking about?
Right. Good question, man.
Take whichever
The
one
one,
you want.
the one we know from the Bulls, he might be
Whichever
definitely
one you
a
want. Prime the
starter.
best
We
version
talking
of him. I
about-
don't care.
Cavalier or Clipper? Ron Harper, he's a starter. Because of the defense, and he can go get you 18 to 20 points.
Yeah, I was gonna
RJ.
say if you're talking early in his career, starter, late in his career, definitely role player. But I'm taking Ron Harper early in his career.
Yeah. If
We're
we go
talking about
early,
these guys
Ron,
at their best. We're talking about them at their best. All right.
And
That's
then,
just
yeah,
what we're talking
and
about.
he's a starter for sure.
He a starter at his best. Yeah.
I guess.
Tony
Not Steve
Kukoc.
Kerr.
starter.
He's a starter.
He's a starter.
He a role player.
Nah. He's a stretch four.
Role player.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I got Tony as a role player.
Role player.
He's a better version of Porzingis.
Boo Up gonna hate this next one. Boo Up gonna hate this next one.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
You think Porzingis is good?
I think he's better than Tony Kukoc.
I was gonna say I think he's better than Tony Kukoc.
I wish important is better than Kukoc.
I'm not doing that.
All right, next one is Danny Ainge.
At their best,
Yep.
he's a fringe.
I would role player.
I'm gonna
He's
go
a
role
role
player
player.
because
Role player. He's a role player.
Carmelo.
he misses being a starter, but he's a role player.
Carmelo. Know
I
what
guess
that
you're
mean,
talking-
right?
I guess you're talking about Lakers.
Out the
Carmelo.
league. No, out the league.
That's not the option. Starter
Don't
or
you use
role
Carmelo
player.
Anthony like that. Don't do that shit. Don't do that.
God damn, Boo Up.
I will end this live right now.
All right, I put one big name, Reggie Miller.
No, he's starting.
Starters.
He started.
All right, Mark Price.
Started.
That's good.
Starting.
Starter.
Starter.
Give me a starter.
Chris Mullin.
Starter.
Starter.
Boo Up, you said starter?
Started. Easily.
Draza Petrovic.
Started.
Starter.
Probably starter.
Starter.
Jim Jackson.
Oh, easy starter. Jimmy is a bucket.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah,
still be a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say starter.
I'd say starter.
I'm looking forward to this one. Gary Payton.
Starter.
Starter.
He'd be a starter.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's
That's an easy starter.
That's an easy start. Yeah.
Easy.
Mel gonna like this one. Rajah Bell.
Starter.
He was a starter
Boy, Roger.
because anybody in
people
especially
He
remember
started in
Roger.
Phoenix.
if you're a wing guy and you're a 3-and-D type of dude, like
You gonna
you
start?
pretty much
Yeah,
I
starter.
guess.
he couldn't really shoot for a fuck, but the defense will keep his ass on the court.
I'd say.
I think Rogers shot like 37% from the 3-point.
He shot 40% for a career.
Yeah, there you go, 40%.
He's a solid. Yeah, he was a solid 3
He's a
guy.
solid
I'd
shooter.
say starter.
Boy, you
Yeah.
picked. Boy, what happened to the
You said
energy,
what?
boy? You picked
Buwab
what?
said, fuck it.
Rajah Bell.
I said starter.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Katino Mobley.
Bench,
6
I'm a
man.
role player. Yeah,
role player.
Yeah, definitely a role player.
Craig Hodges.
He's coming off the bench.
Bench.
He don't play no
Yeah, he a
D.
role player. Yeah, he don't play no D. He a role player.
Dennis Scott.
He a starter.
He's a starter. Yeah, he's a starter.
Definitely a starter.
My example I used all week in the meetings yesterday and everything. Kenny the Jet Smith.
Starter.
He get the starter.
Role player.
I can see him as a role player.
Terry Porter.
Starter.
He'd be a starter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
Starter.
Let's see, we got a good handful of starters here. After Boo out them calmed down and started, following the rules and shit.
I mean, the names you start picking were a little
The
better
names
too.
got better. Yeah.
Right. I said I had to start
Riley
off
was
a
the
little slow and then work my way to the good names. I'm not just gonna give you.
Like you started off with Bill Cartwright, bro.
Yeah,
You did start off with Bill Cartwright.
Damn.
You did start off with Bill Cartwright.
But
Like
then I
Bill
gave you
Cartwright.
Bruce. Then I
Can
gave
you
Bruce
blame Boo
Bowen.
up for getting
Then I
triggered,
gave
bro?
you Bruce Bowen. That's a good one. Then I gave you Pat.
Yeah, I
Riley.
mean, exactly. That's you kind of threw us off on that one. Like, oh, we're gonna start off slow. So you started with Bill Cartwright, and then you moved to Bruce Bowen.
Right, and then I gave you Pat Riley and Bill Bradley, and then I threw you Steve Kerr. You feel me? And Ron
Buwab still
Harper.
don't even know who Bill Bradley is.
I got a couple of more. Joe Dumars.
Starter.
Starter.
I don't know, 18, you said?
I said starter.
Oh,
I think we all said that at the same time.
Right. BJ Armstrong.
This is a good one. I think BJ would be a starter.
He's on the fringe.
He's
Very
fringe,
much so, but I would say starter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say starter.
Definitely on the fringe, but I would say starter.
Yeah.
Glenn Rice.
Starter.
Starter.
Definitely.
Starter, yeah.
Allen Houston.
Starter.
Yeah, starter.
See, now we get into the starters here. What about Dale Ellis?
Starter.
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 Because
Yeah,
all those dudes that you're mentioning, their skill set translates now.
You see what I
Yeah,
did?
Allen Houston will be a dog today.
You see what I did here? The reason why I did it this way, Boo-Wop, is because I know when people that watched and they find out on TikTok that we did this, they're gonna be like, look, you see what I mean? Those guys saying no bench risk. You see that guy over there saying that he's gonna be out the league, and then they're gonna start listening, they're gonna get to the rest of the guys like, oh, I don't even know who BJ Armstrong, who's Glenn Rice, who's Allen Houston. They could be a starter today. I got a couple of more for you. Jeff Hornacek.
Role player.
Yeah, he would have
role player.
he'd be coming off the bench.
All right, two more. Pager Stojakovic.
Starter.
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 This one's funny. Dale Curry.
Oh, that was a starter.
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 playing against the Sun right now.
Yeah, like there's like those dudes, like guys like that. That's why when the people say that,
You want to know what I did here, man? I looked up the greatest role players, and then I started seeing names like Bill Cartwright, Bill Bradley. I was like, nah, that's not going to do it for those guys. Let me look up some shooters. And I think from Jim Jackson down, all of those guys from Jim Jackson, Rajai Bell, Katino Mobley, Craig Hodges, all those guys shoot from 36% from the 3-point line to 40% from the 3-point line.
But there's other dudes, like a dude like Michael Redd. If Michael Redd was playing today, he'd be nasty. It's just like the game has just evolved into what, there are just guys that played back then whose skill set just fits in today's game.
But that's my point. My point of doing that segment was, it's like when all you younger guys out there say like, oh, none of those guys, all those guys today are better than these guys back then. Nah, a lot of those guys towards the end of my list, they will cook a lot of these guys today, bro. If you give them let them be born at the same, they will cook. Even not just let them with their skill will cook the shit out of some of these bench and role players at 6 men. Like we'll cook them. You guys don't understand who those guys were back in the day. They were limited in what they showed on the court. Limited because not a lot of people know that Shaq could dribble the ball.
No, I mean a dude like Chris Webber. If Chris Webber was playing now, he'd be ignorant.
I tried to stay away from big men after I gave you the few in the beginning because I didn't want it to get like too much.
It's just like I said, the game is just so you're allowed to showcase your talents a little better. Not say a lot better now than yesterday because the offense is so much freer now. So you can. They wasn't gonna let Jokic do what he does now back in like the 80s and the 90s. There was no way a center was dribbling the ball up the court. Not one time. Because the way the point guards were point guards. That's what they did for the most part. Unless you had a point forward like Scotty or something or Grant Hill or something like that. The point guard was the point guard.
Those facts. That big man looked for the point guard to give him the ball back. Like you vividly see it all the time.
Yeah, I kind of got two more I want to touch on, but I want to limit it to one because we kind of about to hit that 130, and I don't want to go over. So what do you guys want to do? You want to do Bronze Kareem's record, or you want to do the Grizzlies fighting antics of fighting everybody recently? Donovan Mitchell. It's up to you guys.
Both of it shouldn't take that long to do both of them.
I mean, with 13 minutes, I think
that's if that stuff was what they said though, like with the Ja Morant stuff, like I don't even really talk about it. If it's true, I don't even talk about it. I don't want to.
Well, boo up Israel. I'm from the hood too, so I mean, I feel you. Like it's like
them boys done made it. Like if y'all really out here doing that and y'all done made it, like y'all done made it, y'all done be weird, bro.
Hey, I hope it's not true. Ja has been on his Instagram and Twitter trying to, saying it hasn't been true, and they did their investigation and shit like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird. But with the Grizzlies and everything, and the fights and stuff, it's like I don't know. That's interesting to me because just a few interviews ago, right? I heard DeJounte Murray talking about how all these NBA guys are playing the tough guy act because ain't nobody really out here trying to fight. And now within the past few weeks, we didn't see Dylan Brooks and D. Mitch fight, and then we seen Austin Reeves and Mo Bamba fight.
Who won that fight?
To me, Austin Reeves. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mo Bamba. You got that reach for nothing, my boy.
No, it was Austin Rivers, right? Or Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers. Yeah, young light skinned Doc, man.
Right.
Look, I say this, and this is what I was telling one of the young kids at my job, because he was excited about it. He was like, "Yo, did you see it?" I was like, "You see that? What you harnessing right now? That was every Tuesday and Wednesday in the 90s. Whenever the Knicks and Bulls got together, that's what happened." But it's just
the rivalries, and that's the thing too. When people talk about defense, not to cut you off, Mel, when people talk about defense back then, you guys people really act like those guys wasn't really playing defense. Those guys really had rivalries. We don't really see rivalries today. We don't. Like the rivalries they had back in the day, bro. Somebody getting taken out that game because they were fucking you up. That was a rivalry. They were gonna fuck you up. If Jordan was going against a pit, I'm gonna beat him down, and it's gonna give me the best chance to win. That's what they did back in the day. People don't call it defense because it's what they don't do today, and that's why I hate all these new guys coming into sports today, because a lot of you guys in 18, you do it too. You look at the 90s and the 80s and the 70s and the 60s through the binocular of 2022, and it's like, yo, you can't do that. You have to look at the basketball of the time it was played in.
That's why, like,
not of the time of today.
For sure. To be fair, like, that's why my objective list, I have Jordan as my GOAT. But subjectively, I don't rank guys I didn't really watch, because I didn't get that feeling that I've watched them play. I've seen Jordan play. I've seen games in the 90s. I've seen games in the 80s.
You don't get
the full context. You don't exactly, like, you understand, like, the rules. You understand, like, the ability of a player. Like, you understand, like, you can get that, but you can't get, like Mel was describing, that feeling, right? Like, for example, like, I'm a Bulls fan. So when Derrick Rose was like MVP, Derrick Rose, like, man, like, that was no one could touch Derrick Rose to me.
See, me and ATN cool now. See, I didn't know he was a Bulls fan. See, we cool now. It's all right.
Yeah, like, Derrick Rose to me was like everything, right? So, like, I can't get that feeling. Like, as much as, like, I watch Jordan, like, the feeling I get when I watch Jordan is nowhere near like with something like Mel or Wop, or what a lot of these people watch, or like when they talk about like Bird and Magic.
But everything that you just said,
but you can say that.
Just said is
no, of course I'm not going to say that.
No. But that's the problem. Is a lot of guys discredit the guys back in the day.
I give them their flowers, but
instead
I
of just saying that, like, look, I didn't watch this guy, so I can't.
People hate
it,
but I'm like,
it's not about hate. The thing about it is, that's why I laugh when y'all call us old heads. But we're the only ones who have a reference on both sides.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get
so
that.
y'all should
for example, like, I can still watch the game.
The
I can still get the stats. I can still get the eye test, but the feeling,
like
there's something. There's a piece missing that it's hard to justify. That's why people like, oh, Jordan was a GOAT, and people talk about like Hakeem. Like, I love Hakeem. Like, Hakeem to me is one of the. I think he's the best center of all time, but I can't really. It's hard for me to justify that because I never really watched him in person like that.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29. Just so you know,
you're not that far away from me. We think.
Look, because I was going to say, how you didn't watch it? Because I watched it. I was.
I mean, I wasn't in. I was like, I was born in '94. So, like, I mean, I watched, but it's like, it's different. Like, I didn't really start watching basketball until like the middle of the Lakers championships in the mid 2000s. So that's when I really started like understanding the game. But then as you get older, obviously you start to view it a lot differently than you just watching it.
And it's like, for me, I'm 44. I've been having this argument since 91 when I was in high school. So when people are, oh, you old head, you this, I was like, but yes, I am, but you will be too.
For sure.
But I have more information to grab from. I lived through the Jordan era. Like, I lived through that. Like,
for sure.
Like, I know what it felt like when Jordan came to the Garden. Jordan was so big in New York. I'm from New York. Well, everywhere. If they would give you the Chicago channel just to watch the Bulls games. Like, when you didn't have cable, it came with it. It was like, nah, we're gonna make sure you watch the Bulls home game.
I would have, if I was like because I'm from Chicago, so I would have watched those games regardless. I didn't know that. Like, I had no idea they were showing it all over in New York. Like, they were showing the Bulls game, like the local Chicago network. So I can see why everybody would consider or have like this huge, this love or this huge nostalgic feeling when they see Michael Jordan play or when they talk about Michael Jordan. Like, I get it. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I can't feel what you feel, but I get where you're coming from.
Not say you weren't alive, but you didn't live.
No, I didn't experience it.
Right. And that's where a lot of people. That's where, when y'all be like, oh,
man, I was born in '93 and I experienced it. I don't want to hear it.
You didn't experience it.
I for totally experienced it. Experienced it.
You missed the first half of Jordan's championship.
Yeah, sure, but I witnessed the last three, which was quite literally everything to my young eyes. That's quite literally what got me into basketball. And ask anybody in my family, Michael Jordan was my favorite basketball player growing up. Until I seen somebody like an Allen Iverson, until I seen somebody like a Kobe Bryant. So
That's
no,
fair.
I for surely experienced it. Michael Jordan is the reason why I picked up a basketball in the first place.
I was born in the year he won his first one, so I mean, I caught
I mean, that's fair. To
I
me,
ain't
like
gonna lie
I
to
just didn't
y'all, bro.
experience that, so I can't
Mhm.
speak on
who
it.
I like.
So
I
So
for like
wasn't
basketball
watching.
was life in my house, bro.
like
We
Wooly,
sat
like
down and
he
watched that.
experienced it, so he had a different experience.
I did and didn't though. I was 8 years old when Mike won his last time. You feel me? Like, so I didn't truly experience it, like, because I was a fan of basketball at that time. Shit, my favorite player was Tim Hardaway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I love the Miami Heat, and Tim Hardaway is my favorite. He's from Chicago, so I love Tim Hardaway. But in terms of knowing who the GOAT was, I knew who that was. Like, I knew that was Mike. But my favorite player used to be AI. Then I fell in love with Kobe.
That's funny. I think my favorite player at some point, because people don't notice I used to be a 76ers fan.
That's
And
crazy.
when AI left, I bounced.
AI
I left basketball. I left basketball until
AI made me
2008
want
is
to
when I
play
came back.
basketball.
But like
watching a little dude play like
that
that,
was like
AI made me want to play.
like my first in-game basketball game was going to see Allen Iverson in 01 against the Bulls. Like I remember that was my first game. Like, and people in Chicago loved AI.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that was
Everybody.
my oldest brother's
Everybody
favorite
loved
player.
AI
Like
though.
everybody, like the AI was like legit. So like
People
I
stayed in there.
experienced like the love that AI got. So I get like where people come from when it comes to Allen Iverson. Like Allen Iverson was different. So I can only imagine like what it was to see someone like Magic, someone like Bird, someone like Jordan. Like that's crazy to me.
Right,
I
and that's-
unfortunately couldn't experience it. So that's why I don't really I can't rank them properly. People hate it because I leave them on my top 10, like my subjective top 10, but that's the only way I feel like it's fair. I still give them their roses and I still give them their props and everything, but I just can't feel like I can give them their proper ranking.
I think
with
you
that.
can though. I think you can though, because to me the gap from the 80s and 90s isn't that large. Like, far as the best players, I'm not talking about the role players and stuff like that. As far as the best of the best, there's no gap far as skill sets and
I
anything
guess,
like that.
but the game was just totally different.
Yeah, it was played differently for sure, but I can still judge all of that like objectively. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I really can. Like, I think I got people ranked fine, like, on my list, because again, I think it's all subjective. The only thing I don't
Hated
think is
your list,
really,
boy.
huh?
I said when I posted our top 10, people hated your list.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man.
But
It's all subjective at the end.
no,
of the day.
100%. But people really hated your list, bro. I don't
That's
know what it
okay.
was.
That's okay. That's okay. Like,
For some reason, they love Mulich's list. I don't know why, because his list was horrendous too.
Most accurate. Come on, stop playing with me.
It wasn't horrendous. Like, at the end of the day, I think, like, all outside of Jordan, who I think is a lock one, I think anybody is kind of debatable from like the comments.
You can shake them up in a box.
Yeah, you can shake them up. It's no real gap between these players.
Yeah, I saw a list the other day, and Bird and Magic was 11 and 12.
That's crazy.
That's a little far-fetched, but not for Bird for me. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting properly out at 11 right now for me. Number 11.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Bird definitely in top 10, hands down, no ands or buts about it.
But like,
not mine.
But it's the beauty of it is like everybody.
I can't respect that, but I got you.
Has their opinions and where they have people. So that's how the conversation starts. I mean, but Bird at 12 is absolutely ridiculous.
11, he said, but yeah.
Number 11. Steph got him. Steph kicked him out the top 10, man.
Steph kicked him out the top 10.
That's even more horrendous.
Steph kicked him out. Man. So you gotta go.
I say it's crazy because I got Bird at like number 5.
Bird's 3 for me.
Or 6. 5 or 6, somewhere in there.
Wow.
Bird's 3 for me. So
Bird at 3 is.
You ever heard of Cedric Maxwell?
Yeah, I heard of Cedric.
Yeah.
I heard of Maxwell too. You heard of the song named "Woman's Work"? That's what Bird was giving to all the women back in the day. The woman's work.
People killed Kobe for losing 3 final MVPs to Shaq, but Cedric Maxwell though. I mean, I'm just saying, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
He didn't lose 3 to him.
He won the first Finals MVP for the Boston Celtics that Larry Bird won.
What? He won the first Finals MVP. What? That
Cedric
Larry Bird.
Maxwell.
Larry Bird's first championship. Cedric Maxwell.
Maxwell was the
Oh
final
yeah, it was the Finals MVP. I said he didn't win 3, so I don't know why you're comparing. He won 1
because it's definitely okay to lose to Shaq. It's definitely okay. It's not okay to lose to Cedric Maxwell.
Yeah, but yes, it is, because if you look at yes, it is. If you look at the dynamic of that team and what was going on, it wasn't automatic that Bird was going to win one. Because, like I explained to Mel yesterday, Bird wasn't even really the focal point of the team. Mikal was.
Okay, Troy.
Yeah, this is your fight now. You got to fight.
Right. What are you talking about? I can fight my own fight. I'm a Boston guy. I can fight my own fight. I watched enough tape. Yes.
Focus of the team. Okay.
Yes. They used to come down. Either Dennis Johnson or Danny Ainge used to come down. The ball would go to the small forward. It would find its way back to either Dennis Johnson or Danny Ainge, who would kick it down low to Mikal. If Mikal couldn't get a shot off, he kicked it back up top and they found Bird. That's what they did most of the time running the ball. Yes, did Bird get his plays in there? Yes, he did, 100% set. But if you go watch their plays, what they did was kick it down low first. That's all they did, to either Mikal or Robert Parrish, and it was Mikal more the time than Robert.
So
that's why I say Mikal would be the focal point of
their 3-point line.
No, yeah, Bird would move around. He wasn't hanging there, but Bird would find his space. If Mikal could not get what he needed to get, Bird would find the space in it to do what he needed to do.
So they played with Mikal.
Yes. That's what I said. Yes. Go watch tape. You can laugh all you want. It doesn't change the fact.
I'm just mad
laugh
that
harder.
It's not on camera right now.
Laugh harder. You're not laughing hard enough. Laugh harder. You're still not laughing hard enough. And that's why your ass in the upside down world. Nobody can see you. That's what you get. That's what you get.
This is comedy, man.
It sure is. I'm a comedian. What the fuck?
They played with Kevin McHale.
I said the offense.
So why are we giving Larry Bird these flowers again? They didn't even play
Larry was that guy.
That's what you're trying to tell me. They didn't even play.
Larry was that guy.
What was he?
Larry was that guy.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Larry was that guy. Why do you think when people bring up Boston, they always say, oh, he played with Mikal and Parrish? It wasn't like Mikal and Parrish was just there grabbing rebounds and putting the ball back in the run. No, Parrish and Mikal actually had plays ran for them. I don't understand if people understand that about Boston. But they ran plays for him. And the play that they ran more times than not was to dump it down low to Mikal.
They ran through Mikal. I got you.
You can word it any way you want, Boo. That's what they did. That's the question you asked. No, I said the offense went to Mikal more than it went to Bird. That's what I said. Yeah, clip it up.
We clipping them up tonight.
No, I do the clipping. Nobody else clips but me.
I'm still waiting on my haircut.
It's coming. It's coming. I clipped you already. You got clipped. I told you I found the clip. I finally fucking found the clip, and oh no, I didn't say that. I said this. And when I go find them and piece them together, you're gonna be looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Down bad, man.
You down bad. You just trying to make shit up now. You down bad.
You're clapping to his bell, saying 2011. You didn't want to make that. You're down bad, man.
You down bad.
Waiting on your clip, man.
You down bad. I'm about to clip you up. You about to get clipped up.
Go watch the show.
So I think LeBron is like.
I was in the show.
Away from
Kareem.
I was in the show. I know exactly what you said. I told you I love this. You guys do this all the time. Like Troy don't have the clips.
You should.
Throughout my tender of doing this whole year, everybody that sits in these seats, right? And I know Boo-Wop is consistent. I just think I got him slipping, and I told him if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. But everybody sits in his seat and they do the same thing Boo-Wop is doing right now. Oh yeah, you go ahead, clip it up, show me. But then when I actually get the clip and I actually show him, not saying it's gonna be it, Boo-Wop, but when I actually show him the clip, it's like, oh no, I don't remember that. Oh no, but I got it on the clip though. So we're gonna pause the talk. Wait till I clip it up. I don't have time to go searching through my fucking clips right now. But I know it's the Draymond. Draymond said LeBron is the goal. And now I gotta find the video when you said it before. That's it. You can do what you want, Boo-Wop. Your ass got clipped up. Made all those excuses. No, I didn't say that. This is why I agreed on. I agreed on this and I agreed on that, but I didn't agree on that.
So y'all hear my little violin?
Back to what I was saying. No, we can't. It's too far down your throat. It's too far down your throat. Pull it out, Boo-Wop. You got to pull it out your throat for us to hear it. Okay. I think we heard something there at the end, but
You understand, Troy?
you about to get fucked up.
I'm waiting. I'm just
Hey,
waiting
boy, I'm
on
about to
it.
get fucked
It's
up.
been 30,
Boy,
it's been 38
boy,
hours.
it's gonna be so bad. Look, ATN's battery said exhausted.
It's been 38 hours.
It's just that battery exhausted. It was
That
done.
nigga battery's exhausted.
Hey, I'm
bro.
tired over here, man.
That
I'm
nigga
tired.
battery is exhausted, bro. We gotta get the fuck up out of here, bro. His battery's
Y'all
exhausted.
killed my battery, bro.
His
Y'all
battery's
killed my battery with this
exhausted.
bird
That
and
nigga
McHale.
said
Oh,
exhausted.
shit.
I've never seen that. That is
No, we all know. No, I'm dead serious. I know offense ran through Bird, but no. If you really go watch Boston, a lot of the times that ball was kicked down to McHale first, and then it would be kicked back up top. McHale could not find a shot. And if it wasn't kicked down McHale, it was kicked down to Parrish. And then it was like, all right, Bird, here you go, do your thing. And then it would be kicked right back down to McHale, and it would be kicked right back down.
Y'all notice he didn't get kicked out to Cedric Maxwell. He ain't never met Cedric Maxwell. The man who won.
Oh no, I said he
Y'all
won it that
did
first
that, right?
year. No, but that was my point of saying it. Like, it's so right that Cedric won it. There were other people on the team, which was my point of bringing up McHale and Roberts and the offense running through them as much as it ran through, or whatever more, as I'll stick to what I said, more than it ran through Bird, but it would be as much as it ran through Bird. So no, I'm not mad that Cedric Maxwell got a final MVP, because it wasn't like Bird couldn't be outplayed in the finals. It couldn't be like Cedric Maxwell couldn't do and play a more important role. But I could swear Magic didn't win all those finals MVP. That didn't Kareem win some?
Oh, yeah, he won. You got him one.
Okay, so did Cedric Maxwell.
You compare
Fuck. No, see, you see how Buop spins it? You see how he likes to spin it? I say a name and it's you're comparing them. No, I'm not. But final thoughts, Mulich. No, I'm not. Final thoughts, Mulich.
Y'all know it was a great show today. LeBron 36 points away from breaking the record, and nobody cares.
No, nobody.
Maxwell. I mean Kareem. I do Dubai. My bad.
Follow all the sports TikTok, Sports Muru at FTSL. Follow the sports Twitter. Sports Muru, FTSL. Yeah, we're gonna be back on Wednesday. Hopefully, if we don't have somebody moonwalking and whatnot, and
Mr.
later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We call him. We call him. He's a runner. He's a track star. But we'll see. Hopefully, he pulls up.
Trust the scrub. Trust the scrub.
Hopefully they pull up. Hopefully they pull up to the finish line.
That's what's happening Wednesday.
Yes,
hopefully. We say hopefully,
wow, bro.
But we got a whole bunch of Jackson 5s moonwalking, so we'll see.
I didn't know that. Okay, now
it was supposed to be rescheduled to Wednesday. We'll double check with True Love.
We'll see.
Trust the love. I keep calling him True Love, but it's Trust the Love.
That's what happens. Like a lot of people like to moonwalk. But y'all know what it is.
I want the smoke.
It's your boy Mulich.
Mr. Clip it up. Final thoughts.
I already know, man. I see people possibly Wednesday, but for sure Monday. I'm waiting on my haircut. I've been waiting on my haircut for 36 hours, people, by Barber Troy, but you know.
You're getting clipped, bro.
And, check it out. Don't be afraid of us, man. We don't bite, man.
No, we don't bite at all. We just having fun up here. Me and Boo Up do this whole time. I like the added laughs though this time. Like that, it added some extra drama effect. But Mel, final thoughts.
Yes, I am always mad. I am the resident Stephen A. Smith, so I'm gonna yell. Get my point across.
Me too. I guess I'm Stephen A. Jr. If you Stephen A. Smith, I'm Shannon Sharp.
So nah. Dope show. This is what we do, man. We come through, we fuck the doc up. That's what I do on Mondays.
Yeah, we didn't even follow nothing on the doc today.
Like I said, follow, like, subscribe, do all that good shit. ATN, thanks for coming through.
Yeah, shout out to ATN. Appreciate you.
Shout out to ATN.
We'll look to the football show on Friday.
And the football show on Friday. Exactly.
ATN, final thoughts.
No, man. Appreciate you guys having me on. It was a good talk with Mel. Appreciate you guys, man. It's always fun time with you guys.
Always fun time having you. And Boo Up, just do me one favor, man. This your boy Troy. We out of here. And laugh me out, Boo Up.